Yo guys, I'm going to back on another video, and today guys we're going to be ranking all 9 films that I saw in the cinema in 2022 last year. So the films that I saw is Batman, Morbius, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Jurassic World, Dominion, and Thor: Love and Thunder, Spider-Man No Way Home, Extended Cut, Black Adam, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So I'm going to be rating this ranking based off of theatre experience, the people I went with, how good the theatre experience was when seeing it, the actual movie itself, how good the movie was. So it's based on those two factors. So let's jump right into number 9. In 9th place, we have Thor: Love and Thunder. Now this movie was kind of ass, to be honest with you. When I was in there, it was alright, cool bits here and there, but overall I didn't really like it. I did like Jane Foster's Thor, thought she was cool. Thor himself was not even that good. Korg, mate, he was kind of shit. Like, I didn't really care about him. He should have died when he died, you know, when Zeus killed him. Zeus was complete ass in the film. He was a pile of shit. I think the best part of the film was Gore on the dark, when it's all black and white, when he's like interrogating Thor, Jane Foster and Thor, and like Valkyrie and all them. That whole fight scene on there is probably the best fight of the film. The end fight is okay as well. It's not that good, but it's like the kids stuff at the end is all shit, like, and all the kids get powers, and then Heimdall's son does the friggin' Stormbreaker. Yeah, all that shit is shit. They killed off Jane Foster Thor, which was a very good movie. I think that was cool. But it's like, I kind of wish we got to see it with the other Avengers and all that, because I actually do like the character. I'm not mad at that ending. I think that's a fair ending. You know, at least you got someone dying. They should have killed Korg, though. They should have killed him off. But the director, Taika Waititi, didn't want to kill himself up because he's a dumbass. Because the rest of the film, he was just really, really annoying. Yeah, the actual theatre experience as well, it was so dead. Like, the mate I went to, no offence to the guy, but mate, he was just so bored. And he hated Marvel at this point as well. Like, he loved it back in the day. We used to talk Marvel MCU all the time. But then this is at the point where, you know, MCU Phase 4, he was just hating it. And then he hated the movie. He didn't even laugh once, I don't think. And I was trying to enjoy it, but I just couldn't because he just hated it so much. That's why it was another dead theatre experience as well. Probably the worst theatre experience I had. That movie was ass. I'd probably give it the whole rating like a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. I'm going to give it 4 out of 10. I don't even care. I think before I gave it a 6, it's a 4 out of 10, man. That shit is. In 8th place, we have Jurassic World Dominion. This film was okay. It's okay. It's not the best thing in the world. I think it was trying to be good with getting all the cast back and all that. That was cool to see him back in the films. I'm not the massive Jurassic World fan. So this movie was never going to be the best thing in the world for me, but I thought it was going to be so much better than what it was. It was okay though. It was like the storyline was kind of eh. It was long, which was good, and you had loads of dinosaurs in it and stuff. There was loads of action, but it's like, I don't know, it didn't really mean anything. Oh yeah, the mates I went with, one of them was Alvin, and then one of them was Brooklyn and Broccoli. That Donnie, yeah, he's a massive Jurassic World fan. So he loves all of them. He loves all of them. He's a massive Jurassic World fan. So watching it with him was so good because we got hyped at certain parts. That's why it's like, it's a both Thor, because at least we had some parts, you know, when the big T-Rex comes and starts scrapping. I love the Indominus Rex. No, it's not called that one. I forgot what the massive one's called. The Gigantosaurus, that's what it is, yeah. He was sick. The final battle between him and T-Rex was really cool, and the one in the forest was sick as well. The little head nod he does. The raptor chase scene is the best part of the whole film. That scene alone is really, really good. It's a 6 out of 10, and 5 of those points are just because of that raptor chase scene. Is just so good. Coming into 7th place, we have Spider-Man No Way Home. And I know what you guys are thinking. How the hell is Spider-Man No Way Home at 7th? Well, technically, this is the extended cut. I'm putting the extended cut in 7th place because I've already seen the film last year. If it's rating on 2021, then it'll be at top of the list. But this is a 10 out of 10 film. But you got to realise that I've already seen the movie twice in the cinemas. And 3rd time at home. So there's the 4th time I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home, and it had, you know, the few bits of extra footage. You had 11 minutes. It was okay and all that. It wasn't all that, to be honest, but it was cool to see it with 2 of my bestest mates. Watching it with them too, it honestly made the film experience a lot better. And, you know, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, like, the film itself is so good. I love watching it. I never get bored during watching that film because it's just an amazing film. I'll put it at 7th because I kind of, like, I've seen it so many times. It's like, you know, I've just seen it again. I give it a 7 out of 10, the experience and everything. So moving on, in 6th place, we have Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Now this movie, I'm like, about this one. I feel like it's a 7.5 maybe. There's a lot of stuff I liked about it, a lot of stuff I didn't like about it. That's why I'm kind of like in the middle. Like the Namor stuff was all really, really good. I loved Namor. He was probably my favorite character in the film. And Okoye, I loved her. And Black Panther's mum, forgot her name, but she was the best. She was the best actor in this thing. When she did her speech, telling her, okay, you're done, and you strip your rank of the general. That was the whole best scene of the film. Like, she was amazing. Shuri, I didn't like Shuri at all in this film. She was kind of a dickhead. I really didn't like her. And Ironheart, she was one of the worst parts of the film. Probably the worst part. Every time Ironheart's on screen, don't care, just move along, and she really pissed me off, to be fair. Her suit was shit as well. Like both of the suits was really ass, man. Complete shit. And M'Baku, oh, he was lovely, wasn't he? He was icing on the cake every time he was in a scene. The movie itself, it was kind of all over the place, and I thought what was going to happen at this point, because they built up all the government versus the Wakandans, and then that never happened, because then the Talocans just fought Wakanda's there, just had a war for like 2 fights of the film, and then I feel like for the third one, then it'll be Wakanda's versus government, and maybe Talocan helping out, and Kukulkan! I love that line. That was sick. The Feather Serpent God. It was pretty cool though. That was bullshit though. The final ending did piss me off, how Black Panther somehow beats Namor. Like, come on, that's some bullshit. Namor would have kicked her ass 24/7 any day of the week. Moving on to 5th place, we have Morbius, the Living Vampire. Now, I love this film. I generally love this film. I've seen it 5 times now. I think I've seen it 5 times. I love to watch it. The first time I watched it, I really enjoyed it, man. The first time. I don't know why everyone's shitting on this film. I don't know. Something about Sony's films that they make, I really enjoy. Like, I love Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage. I think out of all the films that done, Venom 1 is still the best one. But Morbius, I give an 8 out of 10, straight up. Does what it needs to do. The vampire story. I think the best part is the submarine part when Morbius' first transformation, killing everyone. Final battle's kind of short, is kind of my complaint, because like finally get Morbius in the full like suit, which is so sick to see. And I mean, he gets slammed in a couple of places, but I like the villain as well. Milo, he was a very cool character. He's like his best mate in it. And then the subway fight was really cool. I love that scene as well. And then, you know, Morbius flying around, the echolocation it does that scene is so sick. Just seeing everything. And then when he catches the ball, when he's training, the training sequence is also pretty badass. But there's also a lot of stuff they cut out of the film, which is kind of really annoying, because I feel like if they had all those scenes in the film, just make the film 2 hours. And then that could, because it was 1 hour and 47, we had an alright runtime, but I feel like they at least cut out so many scenes, because we can see in all the trailers, there's loads of different scenes that they cut out of the film that they should have put in there, because there's some really badass moments in those trailers, and I feel like if they added those scenes back into the film, it could make this film even better. I wish they had kept all the Vulture scenes with Michael Keaton and all that good stuff, but then they had to kind of rework it with the end, and you got Vulture and Morbius that way instead. It's just, but would have been better to see him in the film. Moving to 4th place, we have The Batman. So, Batman is in 4th place. I like this film. I give it an 8 out of 10, but I have so many problems with this film. So many. For me, Riddler and Batman didn't have a fight. What is that then? The main villain, the main hero did not have a fight in the film. Like, come on, man. They should have done something with that. I wanted to see Riddler get his ass kicked, but we never saw that. What did I like about this film? Fuck. The story. Props off to the story, because the story was amazing. Honestly, so good. The best Batman story in film-wise that we've seen, and I enjoyed it. What was shit about the film? The action scenes were all shit. They were all shit, man. They were too short, ass, and like the scene in the trailer was the best thing, the best fight scene when he's beating up that one guy. And we've seen it in the trailer though. My biggest problem is, in all the trailers, they show way too much. They basically show all the best parts in the trailers. And you're going to see the film, and you're basically seeing all the best action stuff, because it's all in the film. Like the bit in the corridor when they're shooting, all in the trailer, man. It's like, damn, I wish I never saw the trailers, because they spoke like the best shits ever in the film. So, kind of really annoyed me. The film itself, my guy, it was pretty good. Like, I can't lie to you. Penguin, honestly, my favourite character. He stole every scene he was in. I cannot wait for that Penguin HBO Max series that is going to come out soon. Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman. I gotta say, it's my second favourite Batman. I like him better than Christian Bale. I can't lie to you, I do. But Ben Affleck, he's number one. Always going to be number one. The Batman film is definitely the best Batman film we got, easily. I mean, the other ones I think are all dead, except from maybe 89. The first Batman film, that was Michael Keaton, that one was really good. I do like that film. The best part in the film was the chase scene with the car and chase scene. That was the best action scene in the film. I loved every minute of that. That scene was really good. That chase scene was badass. I've got so many problems with it, but I do still show it respect. And yo, it's in 4th place, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. Jumping into 3rd place, we have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, a lot of people are like half with this one. A lot of people like it, a lot of people hate it. And it's kind of in the middle. I love this film. I'm one of the people that like it. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 film. I love this film because I got to see it in 3D. It was in IMAX 3D. Man, when you watch Doctor Strange in 3D, you'll understand how good it looks, because I didn't get to see the first one in 3D and I kind of missed out. I watched it normal in the cinema and I was like, damn, I wish I could have seen it in 3D. Now, with this one, Multiverse of Madness, I was like, bro, I'm definitely going to see this in 3D no matter what. And it just looked, everything about it was so on point and looked amazing. I loved it. And the best part, I think Wanda stole the show. The Scarlet Witch was badass, killing everyone. The Illuminati scene, just hearing the X-Men theme song. Come on, man, that shit is badass. Seeing Professor X back, that was sick. Fantastic Four, all of that. Obviously, you've got shitty Captain Marvel and Black Bolt, and they both died, thank God for that. But yeah, it was really cool getting to see those cameos. Honestly, the whole film, I really liked how it was, and it did shit me up at a couple parts over there because it was like horrorish. And I like how far they pushed the gore in this film. Like, I was questioning, like, damn, is this a 15? Like, they actually pushed the limits on how much like blood and stuff they actually showed in this film, because there's quite a lot if you think about it. You know, with the freaking Professor X neck snap and how she killed Black Bolt and Wanda just killing like the Illuminati and shit. I was like, damn. Yeah, I loved it. I generally loved it. It was an 8 out of 10. There's still a couple of things I didn't like. Obviously, America Chavez. Every time she was on screen, did not give a shit about her. I hated her. Just really, really annoying. I really didn't like her character at all. Yeah, Doctor Strange was doing his thing, but yeah, Scarlet Witch was so much better than Doctor Strange in this film. It was Scarlet Witch's film, basically. Doctor Strange did his thing here and there. He had a little time to shine, you know, and he got his little badass moments. But into second place, we have Black Adam. Now, this was a bad-ass film. I gave this film a 9 out of 10. I know, a 9 out of 10, because this film was bad-ass. I don't really have much problems with it, because the action was so good. I loved every single fight scene in this. When going into this film, I thought I was going to hate Hawkman. I was going to hate him. But I loved him. It was the complete opposite. I loved his character. Dr. Fate, come on, man. Dr. Fate in this film was so good. After Smasher, he was cool. I think Cyclone was probably the weakest out of the four. Justice Society, she was still cool. She had moments in it. But the main thing is Black Adam. His scene, man, his opening scene when he comes in and he's just killing people. The way he did it as well, like freaking smacking around, like electrocuting them and shit. Like, that's what I want to see. Villains doing villain shit. I know he's like Canham, they made him a bit anti-hero and whatnot, but he's a badass, man. At least we got to see him like badass action, killing people and shit. The criticism I have is the Sabbath part. Looks like a video game. As soon as I saw it in the cinema, I was like, bro, I swear this looks like a video game thing. They could have made the CGI look better. Come on, man. I don't know. Like, his whole look and shit looked kind of ass. It was still okay, though. It did take me out of the film a bit. Like, look, I was looking at it, I was like, eh. But I still think the fights were really good and it was still decent, you know. And the story was, you know, it was pretty solid, man. Simple and solid. The twists in it, you know, with him and his son, the story that I had going on, that was his son all along. We thought the little kid was Black Adam, but it was actually his son. And then the twist was his son died and gave it to Black Adam, which was mad. I used to get Superman coming out at the end. That shit was sick. I also saw it with two of my best mates, so yeah, we had a blast in the theme song as well. The Black Adam theme song, bro, was so badass. It's just powerful and shit, you know what I mean? Loved it. Coming in first place, the #1 movie that I saw in 2022 goes to Sonic 2. And it wins. It takes first place. You know, want to know why? Because honestly, that was one of the most best theatre experiences I ever had. Now, the film is an 8 out of 10. The film's an 8 out of 10. I know, Black Adam's a 9 and this is an 8. But Sonic 2 is so badass, man. I loved it. Main reason, the theatre experience I had. I went with about 8 people. There was 8 of us in the cinema and we just had a laugh through the entire film. It was so funny. And I just remember it being one of the best things ever. Just having all my friends there, and it was just, we had a really good time. There was a lot of laughing going on. And the movie itself, like, come on, man, what a sequel. But I think I've seen it 3 times now. Yeah, 3 times now. It's a very solid sequel to a film. One of the best things, like, come on, Knuckles was badass all the way through. The Sonic vs. Knuckle fight, come on, that was badass as well. And you would have seen, because obviously I made loads of Sonic Epic Supercut battles with Sonic. I expected it to be good, and then it just blew me out of the water when I watched it, man. At the time, it was the highest grossing video game movie of all time, which was insane. But now we've got Mario that came and tops it, which is insane. But yeah, Sonic 2 was a badass film. I can't wait for Sonic 3. Like, as soon as I saw Sonic 2, man, I went and watched the whole Sonic X TV series, and I love that to bits, man. Sonic X, that was a badass show. Dr. Eggman, he was amazing. Jim Carrey killed it. The adventure that they went on, it was kind of like the Infinity Stones thing. Emeralds and the Supersonic at the end. I didn't even see that coming. He comes in, does his shit, eats the hot dog, man. Hey, badass film. So yeah, that's my ranking of all the 9 films that I saw in the theater in 2022. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next episode. Peace.